Peace be unto you, O infinite ones. Such beautiful divine beings are we. And usually it's said, well, may they rest in peace, after a life is over. But why don't we say, while we're still in the bodies, peace be unto you, right? You don't have to be resting, you know, 6 feet under when we can be at peace right here, right now. I had a little issue with my uh, internet. It's down because of a thunderstorm, but Trisha taught me how to put it on the hotspot. So we're going to give this stream a go because, as always, it's a wisdom feeding of every cell in our bodies, especially these brain cells, especially the crown chakra, especially the thousand petals nectar drink. And the more wisdom we can drink, the more intuition we will have. And the more intuition we have, the more God presence will not just be a something that we think is going to happen or we want to happen. It will be a total reality for us. So good morning, Narayan. You figured out how to jump on here. So we're going to get going because I want to the title of this stream this morning is the 7 goddesses of Ma Prakriti. The 7 goddesses of Ma Prakriti. All right. So you're ready when you're ready. The 7 beautiful, glorious soul qualities of Divine Mother, of Mother Nature. Goddesses are they. We're going to go through them in completion today and really see how we can make it our own. Can we make these aspects of God? Really, it's so simple. He's omnipresent. He's everything that your imagination or your mind, your heart could, in a positive way, can put it. He's everything and then some. So why don't we start visualizing that these qualities, these daughters, these goddesses of Divine Mother, these glorious ways to, while we're embodied, while we still have the limited mind going on, while we still have even mortal desires for this and that going on, while we still are in anxiety and fear still going on, why don't we start to visualize these 7 beautiful daughters? I mean, I I want to marry one. One of Divine Mothers? Are you kidding? If not, maybe I'm wedded to her. But let's all be wedded to the infinite spirit. It's like we're only half here. We're missing our other half. You could call it a twin flame or a soulmate, but it's really spirit. Our soul is waiting to reunite with the infinite spirit. But we, as gifts given from God, from spirit, we have the power, we have the consciousness, we have everything we need, the willpower, but what we don't have is maybe our final permission to put first things first, to put love first, to only want love, to be in love as we speak right now, in love as we breathe, in love as we walk, in love as we eat, in love as we go about everything physical in this physical domain, which is Divine Mothers, right? It's the cosmic nature. So what I'm just saying is, why wouldn't we envision, if we could put as much energy in envisioning these divine dreams that we have, in these amazing immutable truths that we focus on every Tuesday and every day, we would find that we have developed that intuition that is invaluable and absolutely necessary if we're going to have any realization of the oneness with spirit at all. Brooke made it. Way to go, Brooke. So here we go with these daughters, and I want you to really put your intuition caps on. This is still page 802, verse 34, where we're going to address now these beautiful daughter goddesses of Ma Prakriti. Okay, once again, in sequence, there's 7 of them. We'll we'll finish this. I wanted to put them all in one stream so that we can make them our own, so that we can walk with them as we do Divine Mother, as we do with our beloved soul, as we do with the beloved Guru, as we do with Christ and Krishna. You know, if you're walking, talking, doing anything, self-aware and all that, God is with us 100%. God is us. Love is us. Okay. The first one is that fame or glory. It's the subtle power of expression, the declaration that makes something known, such as the glory in the flower. All right. So we're not looking at this from an egotistical standpoint, as we mentioned before, maybe 2, 3, 4 times already. We've gone through some of these, that this is about this pure humility, this awe and wonder factor. This first daughter, can you imagine how beautiful she must be if she's just the wow, if she's the amazing grace? If you love something long enough, it will reveal its secret to you. This first beautiful goddess daughter of Divine Mother in creation as a glorious soul quality, as something so accessible, it's closer than hands and feet and breath and heartbeat, right? It is closer than anything could ever be because it is inside of us as us. And then the screen of delusion is also, blocking the view, the beautiful view of these amazing Divine Mothers, daughters, the goddesses. And this is the one of just, I would say, the most beautiful because it's just this wow. This is really, this first daughter is really, of a, if it's about the glory in the flower, if it's the glory in a sunset, if it's the glory in something so sweet, as a little child, being staying in her mother's womb for all those months and then coming out as this little form, there's so many wonders of this creation, isn't it? It's all a wonder, really. But that goddess, that is, gives us this ability to be humble enough that we lower our chin and bow our head and then just completely just go into this intuitive imagination about, oh my God, God is me right now. My soul is all powerful. I am that. Tatvamasi. And there's no separation between me and the infinite spirit. So why wait, oh my soul and spirit? So this is just that amazing, beautiful daughter of Ma Prakriti. That is just the wow. It's almost like the opposite of taking things for granted here. It's the ability to just have intense appreciation and intense gratitude that will enhance this awe and this wonder of life, of being in form and having the consciousness of spirit, of our spirit soul, having the consciousness of Divine Mother in her unconditional love, forgiveness, and compassion. It's just this complete absorption in this wow, wow. Oh God, beautiful, oh God, beautiful. Yogananda sang that early on, I think, in Boston, hundreds of people for an hour. At thy feet, oh, I do bow. Oh God, beautiful, oh God, beautiful. So we look out in creation. In the forest thou art green. In the forest thou art green. In the mountain thou art high. In the mountain thou art high. In the river thou art restless, in the river thou art restless, in the ocean thou art brave, in the ocean thou art brave. O God beautiful, O God beautiful, O God beautiful, O God beautiful, to the serviceful thou art service, to the serviceful thou art service, to the lover thou art love, to the lover thou art love, to the sorrowful thou art sympathy, to the sorrowful thou art sympathy, to the yogi thou art bliss, to the yogi thou art bliss. Oh God, beautiful. Oh God, beautiful. You know, if you love something long enough, it will reveal its secret to you. This is the wow, this first goddess, daughter of Divine Mother. She's the wow of just how beautiful everything is if we had the sight divine, if we had the heart of unconditional love, right? If we just had some complete surrender that the only thing we want in the three worlds is this divine union in the ecstasy with our one spirit heart beloved. All right. So there she is standing right before you right now. This most beautiful daughter of Ma Prakriti, the one who is the wow. The wow, you know. And she's not wearing a dress per se, or she's not this handsome guy in a tuxedo. It is this quality of complete life is sacred, and I am the most. I just lower my chin, bow my head, and I surrender to all that God keeps saying I am. I'm surrendered to this beautiful, beautiful soul that I am. The second daughter is is one of complete celebration. So she's the one that's just throwing an unending party of happiness for all beings, prosperity for all beings, no lack anymore, that everybody has everything they deserve. There's nothing we don't deserve. We deserve the highest and the best because as children of God, we are all deserving. So you can imagine this goddess, welcoming you almost like the homecoming to the Heavenly Father, as we go into that dimensionless dimension almost of the higher heavens, at the end of an incarnation, and we go there just enwrapped in the joy, in the celebration of the formless. Of the bodiless, of the thoughtless, the fearless, right? The simplicity of our pure soul nature, and we celebrate our undying devotion and unity with each other and with the one supreme spirit in a celebration of success and joy, success and joy. Our Father and us are one. Divine Mother and us are one. Spirit and us are one, right? So so there we have this other one, this other daughter. And you imagine how beautiful she is. She's the hostess of this divine party and this celebration that we all are always abundant. Just ask and we shall receive. Just let God and Divine Mother know exactly what your needs are all the time. Be talking to them constantly so that we can be in this celebration and enjoy this other beautiful daughter of Mother Nature, of Ma Prakriti, as the happiness. We used to have an exercise, you might remember this, Narayan, where in our Yet Fit for the Infinite You retreats, where we would just get a partner, look them in the eye, and just one person kind of just touch their shoulders a little, lean into them just a little, and say, "I'm so happy for you." And then they would look us in the eye, or me in the eye, let's say, and they'd say, "Oh, I'm so happy for you." And then we'd go back and forth. And it's amazing that when you are really wanting the happiness of others, when we want the prosperity for all, you know, Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu, happiness for all beings, prosperity for all beings, starting with me, right? That how happy you are when you want to be happy for other people, when you want them to be happy. Just practice that. I'm so happy for you. Or just look at someone and just make it a mantra, do it inside. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you. I see you. I see you. You know, I had, maybe I said it'd be a good time to look at this one that daily download of divinity that I posted up that maybe I would get to this morning, and which I want to do right now. It's called How I See You. How I See You. All right. I'm so happy for you. You are so beautiful, right? Oh, spirit, heart, I bow to you. Beloved, I'm so glad to see you. So here it is. What if all I ever see in you is the magic of loving? All right. This is the second goddess of Ma Prakriti. She is this. She sees how God sees. She sees as our soul sees. This is what she sees. Then what if I all I ever see in you is the magic of loving? What if I see you harness all of your life force and stash it to overflowing in your heart? So you're standing next to this person, you're talking to them, and you just feel that they've gathered all of their life force and it's in their heart overflowing with divine love. This is what the soul is capable of doing. This is what the soul does. What if when I see you breathe a deep breath, that I also feel your heart expand into universal love? Someone just goes, and then you just feel their heart expand into universal love. What if all of a sudden, as I look at you from a place of deep calmness within me, that I merge in the stillness of your immutable, peaceful mind? What if every time you urgently needed God's love, that I immediately joined the love force as it swarms all over you? In my eyes, you are the captain of your ship and architect of your destiny. That's how I see you. As captain of your ship, an architect of your destiny. You are the holder of the deed to the kingdom of joy. You are the holder. You own the kingdom of joy. What my Father has, I have. What He is, I am. All right. If my eyes, in my eyes, you never have to pass go and collect 200 in order to come into the light of your heavenly Father and divine Mother. You are rich beyond the dream of kings and queens. You stand ready in the express line for your enlightenment ride through the inner dimensions of God's glory. I am thrilled my eyes caught sight of you at the intersection of a fleeting moment. I believe in you. I know you are beloved. I am floored by your presence. I am mesmerized by the magic of your loving. I ecstatically bow in loving service. And there is this quote by Hermann Hesse, and he says, you know quite well, deep within you, that there is only a single magic, a single power, a single salvation, and that is called loving. Isn't that beautiful? You know quite well, deep within you, that there is only a single magic power, a single salvation, and that is called loving. That's the second daughter. She's the one that's hosting this grand celebration of all of us relating in love, of all of us intertwined in the great bliss oneness ecstasy, right? Not too shabby. The third daughter is this thing called speech. And when we read Yogananda's commentary, that it really is about the sound of Om. It is about the nature's realm of cosmic um, deriving. It's the sound, nature's sound, deriving from the sound of the cosmic vibration with its gunas of creation, preservation, and destruction. All nature possesses this attribute of vibratory expression, evidence in everything from the hum of atoms to the song of birds and utterances of beasts, and above all, in the articulation of man. And through vibratory sound, all nature communes. In its highest expression, it is a repository of all knowledge. I won't have to turn off your videos, everybody. I found out I can turn it off. But I was late today because of the power outage that I didn't get it this time. But I can just mute that. You don't have to worry about it or try to turn it off if you forgot about it. So we got simple Simon here, right? So it's the highest expression of all knowledge, this own vibration, this sound, and how it just, everybody's in communication. Once again, there's love. Be loving all the time, and you'll have the same thing. I associate with this third goddess of the Ma Prakriti, or daughter goddess, her daughter goddess, or goddess who is a daughter, that it is how love relates. It is like loving kindness. If there is just loving going on in your heart, as Herman Hesse just quoted to us, that there would be such kindness in your speech, right? There would be such a communion with the sounds of the birds. There would be such harmony. There would just be absolutely everything united in a great flow, in a great grace and ease as we move through life together as siblings, as brothers and sisters of the one spirit, right? Daughters and sons of the Most High, so to speak. So it is incumbent on man and woman similarly to use God-given powerful instrument of speech to do only good and to spread enlightenment. So how is loving kindness? Let's call this third goddess daughter of Ma Prakriti. Let's call her loving kindness, because that will take care of our speech. That will take care of how we relate to everything, right? It's relating in love. And so, if you don't mind, I had that popped up recently as well. Another one that I called Relating in Love, another daily download of divinity. But I think it's perfect for this third goddess, daughter of Ma Prakriti. This loving kindness just permeating everything about you, your thoughts permeating your heart, expansion and expression permeating all those soul qualities blooming in the garden of your heart, everything about you. It's about relating in love. So I start by saying, how are you relating to things, people, circumstances, world, events, and the world of your own thoughts, feelings, and desires? Are you relating in fear, anger, entitlement, and judgment, or are you relating in love? In truth, everything is in a love relationship with everything else. In truth, everything is in a love relationship with everything else. Can you imagine having the, well, we're going to get to the daughter that is all about this intuitive perception of what we're talking about right now. All right. But this is the daughter that is relating, is helping us to be in loving kindness and loving speech, and how I see you, right? It's all tied together. And it's all about, wow, I know, I see especially that you are in in loving. I see your soul in loving right now, as Herman has said. Love that quote. Relating in love to everything is the secret of your existence. It is your soul that relates to everything in love. It begins in love, it proceeds in love, and it never will end. It will always be love. It will be unending love. You are massive soul love, I go on to say. You are a blissful watcher of all life situations. Everything you notice, you instantly relate to in the massive soul love that you are. What a beautiful goddess daughter of Divine Mother this quality is, right? Everything we notice, we instantly relate to it in the massive soul love that we are. Of course, she is massive soul love. She is massive soul love. Instead of humanly identifying to that which you are relating to, let everything be consumed by massive soul love. Sit back into your massive soul love in every meditation you have. Watch whatever pops up on the screen of awareness. Relate one on one with it, the thought, the feeling, the temptation, the worry, the anxiety, the resentment, the feeling less than. This is all God. He's all of this. He's coming up here. He's going to be a gambler, you know, throwing dice, practitioner. He's going to be I am the gambling of the practitioners of fraud. So Yogananda is going to go on to comment that he can't pull himself away from the evil gunas or the dark gunas or the restless gunas and just have the bright guna, the sattva guna. He's everything. He's everything, right? So relate one on one with the thought, the feeling, the temptation, the worry, the anxiety, the resentment, the feeling less than, face to face in your massive soul love. Just relate to it in your massive soul love, my dears. If a standoff is necessary, apply more concentration, trust, and faith in the love force that you are. You may get weak-kneed or tackled from behind, but you can never be defeated. As you breathe in, spirit loves you. As you breathe out, your soul loves spirit. As you breathe in, everything loves you. As you breathe out, your soul loves everything. What a goddess this is. Every breath is perfect communion with Source. Ah, Divine Mother Goddess of loving kindness, I bow to you. Every breath is the most perfect balanced cosmic exchange between receiving and giving love. You are a cosmic being sitting in the center of massive love, witnessing the eternal love exchange between all things, all hearts, and the one supreme spirit. The love exchange. In each breath, the universe gives and receives love in the precise synchronicity of now. The universe gives and receives love in the precise synchronicity of now. In each breath, your soul relates to everything always and exactly the same way. In every breath, in massive love, massive light, massive joy, massive compassion, massive forgiveness, and massive peace. You are massively divinity. I bow to your massiveness, Yogi Tab. And then we bow to you, O Vak, V-A-C-H, which means speech in Sanskrit, as the cardinal attribute in nature's realm of cosmic delusion. God, we need all the wisdom and all the glory of our souls in this cosmic delusion. We need to start seeing that in everyone, relating in love to it in everyone, everything, everywhere, don't we? So don't you love this third daughter? Isn't she amazing? The daughter of loving kindness. There's the one who is the supreme hostess of prosperity and happiness for all. And I see you. I see everything beautiful about you. And then there's the mother of mercy, the one that is like, wow, the glory of this, me picking up a little piece of trash from the ground, just with such reverence for the sacredness of all life. So those are the three that we've done. Now the fourth one is this daughter goddess of Ma Prakriti, that which is the Smriti, or the remembrance of all these wonderful things we've mentioned in the first three goddesses, of all the moments that you spend in your soul, of all the moments you spend in wanting someone really to be happy. It's the highlight film, man. The memory of your soul qualities, the memory of all the good you've ever done. We could say the other we've burned into the sacred fire, or we use it as fuel if we still have bad habits, or we use it to transform or transmute our lesser. We take all of the energy, good, bad, or ugly, of everything, and we just create a continuity or a consciousness seed that remembers how to grow the soul, a consciousness seed, a continuity of consciousness, and plant these seeds daily deep into the garden of our most fertile, receptive, ongoing love affair with love itself, right? With the sacred that we are already. Isn't she a beautiful goddess, this fourth goddess daughter of Ma Prakriti? It's the ability to recall all of our past experiences, like starting with this morning. Can you remember? Lorena, blessings, my dear soul friend. Lorena, peace be unto you. We're not going to wait till we're talking to your loved ones, and may she rest in peace. Peace be unto you now, and to those loved ones that we still have the great joy of having physical presence with, and so on. I love you, Regina. I love you. So we get to recall all our past experiences that are already recorded in our brain and proliferate the growth and capabilities that we have to grow infinite, infinite varieties of soul qualities, of beautiful intuitions, right? Of different ways to experience love, divine love. And it's unity in everything. Rocks glow with the light of love. The darkest storm that comes in, and or fires that create all the ashes, that is beautiful underneath. That is pure light. So the divine person can recall not only accumulated experience of the present life, but all our past lives. We just collect them, collect all the highlights, and live only in the highlights. That's what this beautiful goddess of Shmirti, or divine remembrance, is. She only has us remembering the most beautiful, the most stunning, and in a congruity. It's congruous. It is flowing. We don't ever lose a step. Our little baby steps become giant realizations now, because we flow with them. There's a continuity of divine consciousness, in other words, with this beautiful goddess of Shmirti, the goddess, the daughter that is the one that's going to help us remember only the good and the beautiful. Isn't that awesome? And then we can draw upon the vast storehouse of knowledge and achievements of all our many lives, of all our many lives. So that's the fourth daughter goddess of Ma Prakriti. The fifth one is intelligence, as an attribute of her glorious qualities in this duality dream delusion we're in. This is in cosmic nature. This is in the material, so-called material world. This is in the world of flux, of everything changing. This is in the world of birth, and then some period of life, and then death, right? So it's really important that we 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 access God's presence as divine mother's daughters, goddess daughters, in this world, in this physical world, wouldn't you say? So this fifth one is the intelligence, as I mentioned, as an attribute of nature, the discrimination, the manifested intelligence of the supreme intelligence, spirit. It is what maintains order and harmony in the universe and in man and woman. Through the use of this mental power of discriminative intelligence, the deluded, ignorant man and woman attains wisdom. So this goddess I see as as an oracle, like of Delphi, Oracle of Delphi. This amazing, this, to me, there's nothing more beautiful than a woman who has wisdom, real wisdom, the truth wisdom, and a man who has the unceasing compassion and understanding, empathy, and love fully developed. A man that's fully developed with those heart qualities usually seen in a woman, and a woman who who has the wisdom. And this is that daughter, the fifth one. It's an I like to think of her as this, well, you can go to any time, anywhere. It's like a grandmother, you might have, or someone who you think is really wise in your life, so you won't turn up to your parents sometimes, or people who you think that you might turn to if you really want the wisdom of something, if it really is important to you. No, you go to that person who is the wisest in your circle of life. Doesn't have to be a family member. And you always go there and you always listen, and the advice is impeccable and it's perfect for you. It may not be easy to follow up on it and to practice it and to go after it and make it a reality in your life, but it's true. And so this is that goddess, this goddess, this god, or it's a if you want to go Native American, indigenous kind of, it's a medicine woman. Uh, it's one of those chief, not a chief, but the medicine mama. It's a woman shaman, right? It's like Galadriel in the Lord of the Rings. It's just this incredibly drenched in wisdom, and of course balanced with that unconditional love, forgiveness, and compassion. So that is our fifth goddess of the Ma Prakriti, or cosmic nature. Is this beautiful, 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 at least at the minimum, discriminative intelligence, just to guide you through the little things in life or the big things, where you just tune into your heart, and it's always coming from a place of love, because that's where you generate the most wisdom, is in loving. Because you get to go, this next step is going to be the reason why. If you're always loving, love conquers all, you're going to have the highest wisdom. Aren't you glad you made it on this stream this morning? And those who missed, because they don't know that they could use the same link as I sent the last 7 years. No, I think I changed it once. And could be on this stream this morning. Didn't have to send a thing. So you guys are smart. You're techies. I'm so glad you're here, Regina and Brooke and Narayan. I so am happy that we get to celebrate the highest life with each other. And the cool thing is, we don't need to see each other. We don't need to talk to each other. We are closer than close because of this divine love. They say that the greatest friendships over time, in the old day when they didn't have text messages, right? Or even the telegraph, right? That was the letters. And then they would take weeks, if not months, to get to certain parts of the world. And then people started to not have the physical in their so-called view, right there. And they started to love the qualities, the deeper qualities, the deeper friendship qualities of this person. And they forever were in love, right? So it's actually that this is why absence definitely makes the heart grow fonder. All right. So to finalize this fifth goddess daughter of Ma Prakriti, that through the use of our mental power of discriminative intelligence, the deluded or ignorant man or woman attains wisdom. Such is that soul, or that divine one, or that soul embodied in a person right now, becomes that person that is, if you don't get your own discernment, if you don't get the clarity in your heart, loving and experiencing and your sacred fire ceremonies and rituals that you do and alchemy that you do, then you can always go to this divine goddess, daughter of divine mother, number 5, and and just she's your oracle. She's your oracle. She'll always tell you the truth. God. So one day it will be you. She is you. These are all qualities of you. Not out there. Not someone different from you. These qualities of you. Isn't that beautiful? Narayan, God leads me straight to you. Love, intelligence. That's beautiful, Narayanji. And all of this now leads up to the 6th daughter, who is the grasping power of intuition. The grasping, you get it, you get it. The grasping power of intuition. The grasping power of intuition is the fixity of the mind. In yoga, we call that a, a drishti, a dritti. It's a focus point. It's a fixity of the mind, not in itself as humans think, but the focus or fixity of the mind in soul perception. In soul perception. I have a quote here from a Babu that I picked up. I get so much good stuff because I'm on all these wonderful. Well, I like this guy. I've quoted him before. This is Ramana's, one of his devotees, Ramana Maharshi, the one Yogananda met. And his name is Robert Adams. And he says in this, Ramana Maharshi said to me, the only spiritual life you need is not to react. The only spiritual life you need is not to react. To be calm is the greatest asset in this world. A great quote, huh? To be calm is the greatest asset. To be calm is the greatest asset in this world. When you are perfectly calm, time stops. There is no time. Karma stops. When you're perfectly calm, time stops. There is no time. Karma stops. Samskaras stop. Everything becomes null and void when you don't react in life, when you are just calm. And in our last daughter, it's the one that is the eternal calm. All right. So, but the quote that I wanted to say was, this is from, I think, a devotee of Ramana. No, this is from Swami Ram Tirtha. Yogananda loved this guy. They even have a chant of his or two in the Yogananda's Cosmic Chant book. This is what he said. God is not separate from you. That God is not in this heaven or that hell, but in your own self. Soul perception. Why I brought up that quote. Okay. And since I'm here, we got to get our Abraham quote. If you would simply reach for the thought that feels better, reach for the thought that feels better, everything would come into alignment for you. What, how do we get to the thought that makes us feel better? Love. It's the key. Anything, if you leave love out of this, it's like kind of missing the point, missing the target every time. You're not Doesn't mean that it's not going to be a good outcome or whatever, positive, right? But it's just not the target. It's not that divine deer. Yogananda had a poem, and he said, he went out this in his poem, and he was looking to shoot a deer, a divine heart. It was called, I think, and tried all these ways, and the deer always avoided him, and always could escape from him, and always could hide from him. And Yogananda said at the end of one of the paragraphs, he said, "Without devotion, thou art a very poor marksman. Without love, you are a really poor marksman." So we're about, if we want soul perception, if we want to know this daughter goddess number 6, the grasping power of intuition, or the fixity of our mind on soul perception, the soul's direct realization of or connection with truth or reality, then we're going to need to really, really just be in a state of loving. This is just a bottom line, just in a state of love. And we relate in love. I see all those qualities of you as a divine being because of love. I'm able to stay, true to my goals, true to myself, stay high, not let yourself down. I was walking along yesterday. I said, why did Yogananda have that song that said, I'll sing thy name, I'll drink thy name, and get all drunk with thy name? And he also said that if you just take the name God, 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 say it long enough, deeply enough, devotionally enough, you'll attract that divine presence right where you are at, right then and there. So I was just starting to sing thy name, I drink thy name and get all drunk with thy name. And then I remembered the story where Yogananda went into a so I would think I was on a busy street when I was walking the dogs, and I was having this what I'm sharing with you now, this little thing about get all drunk. Why don't I I want to be drunk right now? I don't want to just be normal right now, a human. I want to be drunk. And so I started this process, and there was all these cars going by, and I remember the story of Yogananda went into samadhi, went into bliss ecstasy on a trolley car in San Francisco when he visited San Francisco. And I just started to say, why not? I want to be drunk with the thought of God right now. So I started a pretty good process of just singing that song. I'll sing thy name, I'll drink thy name. Sing thy name, I will drink thy name, and get all drunk, go with thy name. Get all drunk, go with thy name. I will sing thy name, I will drink thy name. And then I added, I will sing love, I will drink love, and get all drunk, go with love. Get all drunk with love, and get all drunk, go with love. Get all drunk with love. Soul perception is give you that ecstasy. You want some ecstasy today, my dears? Oh, get to know this 6th daughter better. It's the soul perception, the soul's direct realization of or connection with truth or reality. Even, listen to this, even the sleeping consciousness, Yogananda comments, consciousness, even the sleeping consciousness in a stone, and the semi awake consciousness in the animal never loses its connection with its true nature. The consciousness in a stone, the consciousness in a seed. And remember I mentioned earlier, your soul seed is going to make you could grow into a divine, formless, infinite, omnipotent, omniscient, all-powerful, divine, cosmic consciousness being from a seed of your soul. So even a stone never loses the consciousness of its true nature, which is light. If you love something long enough, if the stone could sing, he'd sing that song. He'll say as a stone for however long it takes until he's in touch with the consciousness that God will grace him with when he's a human one day, of the crown chakra, cosmic realization, right? If he keeps on loving, right? If he keeps on loving. Even the sleeping consciousness in the stone and the semi-awake consciousness in the animal never loses its connection with its true nature. Can you take that with you today? That you can never lose your connection to your true nature. See, it's up to you now. You've heard everything you need to hear. You've been long enough with your meditations to have a good idea of everything. You've been enough in your introspection and enough in these Gita classes and right? To know that your true nature is here, right here and now, as you. Wow. Man and woman, the being in whom discrimination awakens, begins in lesser and greater degree to draw on her and his innate intuition, the underlying source. The intuition is the underlying source. You could put a capital S on that, of all our mental powers. It's the underlying source, the intuition, the all knowing faculty of your soul. I am that I am, and I see you, right? And all these things that we're talking about. This is how we really get up close and personal with divine Ma Prakriti's goddess daughters. Huh? The fully awakened divine man and woman anchored in her or his true self becomes all knowing through the omniscience of pure soul intuition, anchored in our true self. Here I am, a little stoned. Someday I'm stoned. I'm stoned. Yeah, drunk, get all drunk. I can get all stoned. Even if I feel like it's like as numb as a stone, as dead as a stone, as lifeless as a stone, that I will someday anchor in my true self, which is not this outer covering, which is not the thoughts, which is not the feelings and emotions, but the pure intuition of my soul. I'll become all knowing through the omniscience of pure soul intuition. How's that? All right, you ready for daughter number 7? I wanted to put all 7 in one stream. Are you into this? Is it helping? Is it making God and Divine Mother more accessible? Is this making your day like the one that you're most excited about of any day in any of your incarnations? Does it make you want to just be singing these little love songs to God or chanting, I'll sing thy name? And aren't you kind of a little woozy right now? Aren't you ready to just be in ecstasy today? Yes, please, Serena. Yeah, yeah, you definitely souls after my own soul, you all. Yeah, yeah. How can you be an immortal soul, blissful soul, encased in these physical bodies in a world of what the senses will try to say, they will go for this and that will make you feel a little better, right? Because God made you this way, and you can use all those physical instruments and blah 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 blah. But really, basically, what we can't live without is the joy and the bliss and the happiness and the awe and the wonder and the humility and the surrender to love and all, and the Divine Mother, right? We can't live without her because she's put us in this predicament. She's the only one that will pull us out of this predicament. But we have to lock on. We got to completely surrender and never leave her. Oh, Gasbrook. Never leave her hug. Never, ever. You ready for the last quality, glorious quality, the beautiful goddess? She's something. This is the goddess, daughter of Ma Prakriti, of forbearance. Let me read to you what Yogananda says about forbearance. Daughter number 7. Look at how this has just gone, though. You know, we started with the wow, the glory of the flower. We were talking about the success and abundance for all. I'm so happy for you and that beautiful hostess that is that goddess that is just welcoming you to never feeling a lack, never feeling anything, that everything more and more everything wonderful is coming to us. And that beautiful goddess that is the loving kindness speech and all of that, that loving kindness goddess. And then we went into Shmirti, the divine memory, right? The continuity of all the little highlight moments that we have with the light. All the little, and we have a whole, we keep a continuity of consciousness going with that goddess. And then we had the intelligence where we go to the oracle, We go to that beautiful for impeccable wisdom and guidance. Just makes you so stoned. The wisdom does to me. It makes me so stoned. And then we talked about the get in there for that soul perception, because then you'll have the direct realization of the truth that you are, who you are, and you say what you say becomes a manifested like that, and everything, and just the powers of the soul just kick in soul perception. And then, so now forbearance, Yogananda comments, is the calm, patient stability in nature. The calm, patient stability in nature. I mean, look at how some of the animals, they'll stalk their prey for hours, for days, for weeks. Patient, calm, stable. It's the calm, patient stability in nature and man and woman, the power that resists the disturbing fluctuations of nature's dualities. This is our first chakra, the power of self-restraint, to resist. That's Sahadeva, right? The power of no. All the what? Disturbing fluctuations that get you jittery. You know? That's why sometimes I just don't like sports. But I love sports. You know what I'm saying? But when the championship college game last night, I couldn't watch it after a while, because when one team played, the two of the best teams of the year, when one team just played lousy, and you just go, man, that's stressful. You want everyone to play good, right? You want everyone to be success. They need to see that goddess of success and joy and happiness, right? Because there's always a loser. There's always a loser in sport. Anyway, I don't want to get going on that track. But we need to be able to resist, have the power of no, stay high, don't let yourself down. The disturbing fluctuation of nature's dualities. Because all they need to do is irritate the system. That's what I felt last night. I go, wow. And I was so happy that I could just drop it and let the whole dream go. And this morning, I'm so happy I don't even have to think about it, right? You have that ability too, kids. You don't have to think all these things, even if you do get caught up in something. Or the samskaras that it's still there, that just have us repeating, like parrot, certain mental or even actions of still bad habits, but you don't need to have them. So this forbearance is a harbor of peace. He mentioned patience before and calm before, right? And now a harbor of peace. And the secret of patience is to have something better to do in the meantime while you're waiting. And what better thing to do than to surrender to the Ma, to just be still like a stone, right? To be calm, not to react, as Adam says. So you have the harbor of peace and the anchor of steadfastness sought by all beings in this forbearance, in this goddess, who is this harbor of peace, right? Where they come into New York and she's there with the torch or whatever, right? So you have this seventh goddess, daughter of Ma Prakriti, as someone who's just chill. And one of the greatest chants at Yogananda, one of my favorites, is in the valley of sorrow, 1,000 years or till tomorrow. So we can be in this duality. You want to stay in this duality? Huh? The fluctuations of this duality. and not get really strong and resisting these pulls so that you can remain calm without the jitters, without agitation on the inside, right? Well, how about 1,000 years of sorrow? In the valley of sorrow, 1,000 years or till tomorrow. But I'll wait to see you, just you. And I'll wait to see only you, just you. My heart's aflame, my soul's on fire. My heart's aflame, my soul's on fire. Just for you, just you. My heart's aflame, my soul's on fire. Just for you, just you. So, secret of patience has have something to do in the meantime. How about heart's aflame and my soul's afire? While you're waiting around, huh? In a valley of sorrow for thousands of years. This is the ability to have forbearance. No matter what's going on in your life, that you still have the choice to decide and to pull off because of your seed that grows you into an infinite being. The soul seed will give you the power and the ways and the means to be a heart on fire. My heart's aflame and my soul's on fire just for you while you are going through hell here. Hmm? Isn't that? Look at that. That's forbearance right there. That you have the capacity to wait 1,000 years of sorrow, in sorrow, but it doesn't diminish one bit your devotion, your heart aflame and soul on fire. I'll wait just for you. Okay? Don't you love this final goddess daughter of Ma Prakriti? Can you imagine her? She's a harbor of peace, baby, and an anchor of steadfastness sought by all beings. Yes, we do want inner peace. Yes, we do want to live in peace. And of course, rest in the joy of peace when we go to the other side. This attribute in cosmic delusion is the reflection of the eternal calm. Wow. It's the reflection of the eternal calm, the everlasting patience. These are all with caps too. Eternal calm, capital E, capital C, and everlasting patience, capital E, capital P, and the uncreate spirit, capital letters, uncreate, UNCREATE, uncreate spirit, the unmanifested spirit. This harbor of peace and anchor of steadfastness. Man, all of this attribute in the cosmic delusion. See, we need these attributes because we're in this cosmic delusion. Is a reflection of the infinite or eternal calm, everlasting patience, and uncreate spirit. And finally, the last paragraph of verse 34. Ha! And I've read this over and over because I've been trying to explain how valuable and invaluable these qualities and getting to know these goddess daughters of cosmic Ma Prakriti. Here it is. There is also deeper significance in this verse understood by the yogi. These glorious attributes of the cosmic mother displayed throughout the universe may be consciously tapped in deep meditation. As the yogi's life and consciousness ascend through the subtle cerebrospinal centers, so we can tap into in this valley of sorrow, delusion, duality, dream we are in, we can tap through deep meditation. Don't react, be still, be calm, right? No agitation going on. There's goddesses to hang out with. There's Divine Mother to hang out with. There's a heart aflame, a soul on fire to hang out with. As the yogi's life and consciousness ascend through the subtle cerebral spinal centers, awakening or unlocking their mysteries, the effulgence of you being happy for the happiness of all and wanting prosperity for the prosperity for all, right? This is why we're soul rebels, right? Happiness for all, prosperity, freedom, freedom, freedom for all, right? Loka, samasta, sukhino, bhavantu, right? Starting with me, happiness for all, prosperity for all, freedom for all, starting with me. What will happen will we will awaken the cerebrospinal centers, unlock their mysteries, and get the effulgence of these attributes illumining our whole being. There's our joy and ecstasy. Wherever we are in a trolley car or walking the dogs on a busy street, awakening or unlocking the mysteries, the effulgence of these attributes, your thoughts and feelings transmuted, higher vibe on these aspects of Divine Mother's daughters, goddess daughters of Divine Mother, will illumine your whole being and bestow on you their grandest treasures according to your heart's desire. That's all. Just your heart's desire. And you will be fulfilled in the grandest way, in the purest way, in the most divine way. Be in ecstasy, be in bliss all the time. Well, QED. I don't think we're ever going to forget, ever. Recorded. It's been recorded. It's locked on. These 7 goddess daughters of cosmic nature. Ma Prakriti, Divine Mother. Do you? It's impossible now. We've just infused it. She's blessed us. She's graced us. And she's saying, and we're just getting started. Love you all so, so much. Happy New Year. And may Divine Mother and her, I like to think of her and all her little helpers, not to mention her, these could be angel goddesses. Whatever your heart's desire, may she bless you unceasingly. So there's not a shadow of a doubt of anything keeping you away from being enwrapped in Divine Mother bear hug. And so it is. Love you all to the moon and back, Narayan, Lorena, and blessings galore to all our sibling brothers and sisters on this planet and in the inner worlds. One big giant celebration of relating in infinite love. Amen. Love you all. Thank you.